So this week's going to be pretty eventful. We have Apple approaching its 200-day moving average, which is huge. On the weekly, we have the weekly 50 SMA at 149.55, which hasn't been broken in a very long time. So I'd say under 149 is where Apple can tank pretty bad. So 149, 150 is a huge level to watch, as well as a 200-day moving average. So Apple has a lot of support below. Adobe has earnings 322, so not this week, I guess. The following Tuesday. But it just broke a very significant level, the support level from 2021, and now we're going back to 2020 prices, which is pretty significant in my opinion. It's getting pretty ugly for Adobe, and it's gonna need a bounce soon. So this is definitely a stock to watch for strength after once the QQQ finds a support, if it does. Amazon under 2880 can retest that 2777 level. BNTX under 132. Facebook support at 177, pretty significant level there. And below that, can easily see 169-ish, 170. Gold's going wild. Google needs 2771, and it can just rip 100 points in a day. If it gets over that 2771 level, that's like the line in the sand or whatever. I think I'm going to write it in the pivot points here. Moderna, that 135-ish level can retest the 122. Microsoft is kind of hanging out between 272 and 300, kind of just hanging out in that region still. But it seems like it's breaking down, so definitely got to watch the low from this week and this week to see if it's broken, which is around 270. So that's the major level to watch for Microsoft. Netflix is breaking down and setting a new low for this this downwards move that it's having. It's down 50% from the all-time high, which is just wild to me. Let's see. So it looks like the next major support on the weekly is 308. So it seems kind of impossible, but I guess Netflix could drop down there. NVDA held support at the 50-week moving average, so that's pretty big. If the market decides to become bullish this week, NVIDIA is one of the stocks that can outperform if the interest rates come in as expected or better. We could definitely have a big rally this week, and NVIDIA could be one of the biggest winners in that situation because this is a stock that hedge funds just love to buy. But let's see here. Under that 205 level is where stuff gets ugly for NVIDIA. As you can see, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4 occasions where it's come down and almost tested that 205 level, and it hasn't broken it. So, once it does, that's a sign of increasing weakness. And since it's been up and down since 124. So like over a month and a half, 6 weeks, it's been just hanging out in this range. So that means it has a lot of pressure building up, so to speak. And the longer a stock stays in a certain range, the more the bigger the move that's going to happen. Shop just continuously going down. I think that keeping the interest rates low could definitely be a catalyst to make this thing have a huge day. So that's something to watch for. Snow closed underneath the all-important 184 level, so I actually had considered getting puts for this week, but I didn't because, you know, the market's been really tricky. But if this thing holds below that 184 level, it can definitely just crank lower. I'm sure a lot of people have a stop loss set in place down under, you know, 184, since it used to be the all-time low. A stock making new lows is extremely bearish, and you know, this thing could see 90 within a few months if it really decides to crank lower. Square, looks like 99 is a pretty significant level, and then that level below 93. Tesla, this one is setting up huge in my opinion, because it has this downtrend line here, and then it has the support at 790. So if we break down underneath 790, we can easily test that 762 level, and I'd say the 762 level is like a very extremely important level for Tesla to hold. Because if it's under 762, it's going to be under the 50 week, it's going to be under the 200 day, it already is, and it's going to be under all of the major levels here. So yeah, under 762 is where we can very quickly test 721 and 700. I guess 721 could hold up. So that's definitely a level that we kind of want to, you know, keep an eye on, about 720 to 725. But yeah, under 760 is where Tesla can definitely, you know, free fall here.